let's get into the upcoming tests, summer. Now, I've been doing a bit of sort of research on this test because I grew up on test cricket. My dad actually met my mum in the UK and he moved over to England with Shane Warne at 19 because around that time, if you weren't playing shield cricket, you would go over to England in the summer and you play for a local team. But back then, local teams, they would have a professional. And one professional at one club might be Viv Richards. The other one might be Mark Taylor. The other one might be Curtly Ambrose. Legitimate, serious competition. And my dad just happened to be over there living with Shane Warne, which is actually a really cool story that he can tell you over a few beers. It's absolutely fascinating. But he met my mum in this small English town. And we come from West Indian cricket royalty, essentially. My granddad was best mate with Garfield Sobers, best mate with Clive Lloyd, all of that stuff. So I've always been very full on with cricket. This is going to be a hell of a test match, right? So if we just kind of go through the history of Indian cricket in Australia, they've never performed really well. Absolutely never performed really well. To win in Australia, you've got to essentially attack the Australians. You've got to come with your chest out and you've got to absolutely go after them. You can't be on the back foot. And that's what Ravi Shastri said. Ravi Shastri's one of the players that Australia admires because as a leader for India, he tried to take on the Australians. He tried to take on Alan Border and he got our respect as such. Very much like Virat Kohli. I don't think anyone realizes that to win test cricket in another country is tough, but to win it in Australia, it's the hardest. India is probably second, then England. But Australia, it's the hardest because no one's actually beaten them, except for India. Virat Kohli was unbelievable. So I'm interested to see how we go. I actually think we're going to do quite well. You've got to understand, it's a five test match.
What are you prepared to lose today? Set a deposit limit. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.